You're watching the MWHS Wildcat News, the official news source of Millard West, with Cole Filer and Madeline Augustine.
On this week's edition, we'll cover
a custodian's special surprise,
the Robotics Club's international success,
the Kicks for a Cure soccer game,
and another edition of Keeping Up with the Cats. Welcome back. I'm Cole Filer.
And I'm Madeline Augustine. Last Friday, a Millard West custodian was surprised with gifts from fellow staff members and students to help cover damages to his home caused by recent flooding. Natalie Eljamal and Tenley Wright give you this story.
Due to the recent flooding in the Midwest, many houses were damaged, and staff member Chris Boger's house was one of them. On Thursday, April 11th, he was gifted $7,000 and multiple gift cards from Millard West parents and students to help with his reconstruction.
Literally, our entire property was covered. My basement full up of water, probably 6 feet deep, if not a little more. Our yard, or the street from our house was a running river. So we had to replace. We've had a lot of damage to our basement. We've had to replace our furnace, our water heater, our air conditioner, and our basement steps.
The donations were raised by multiple Millard West athletic teams and teachers. Athletic Director Lance Smith was in charge of the coordination.
I just asked the people that Chris knows and the people that he connects with and the relationships that he has with people around the building. Everybody knows who he is. He does a lot of work with a lot of our coaches, so the coordination was basically just writing an email to our coaches, Booster Club, our fine arts people, and just saying this is the situation, and anybody who's willing and able to help, we would love to have you help. And we put a deadline on it, and they went to work with their teams.
Millard West advisors have come together in the past to help other staff members. This time around, you can see the substantial effects it has firsthand.
It was, the suggestion was made by the custodians that since we had done something for another custodian when his wife is having some medical problems, that wanted to know if we could do something in the similar way that we could help him as well. And so that idea was brought forward by the custodians, wondering if we could help out.
With help from all of Millard West, they put together money to help out a fellow staff member with his home.
We figured the easiest way was just to take up a collection with their teams, and so they were able to bring money down as a team. Some decided to do gift cards that specifically to places where the need is more, like home improvement stores and grocery stores and gas and things like that.
Coworker MINA was the one who first spread the message of helping Chris.
Like I said, I put myself in that position, and then I talked to other co-workers, and I went to the Dr. Allen and tell her that will be great if we can collect any money for him, that will help him. So that's what we did.
Sports teams collected gift cards and cash to gather up more than $7,000 to help Chris and his family out.
Speechless. I was completely blown away. I mean, I didn't even know that anybody, and I mean, the overwhelming support that I've had from the school, the staff, the parents, it blew me away. Dr. Tima was telling me about parents were reaching out to help out, and it was just overwhelming.
This has been Natalie Eljamal and Tenley Wright with the MWHS Wildcat News.
After this outpour, I mean, it's a great staff, it's a great building to be with. I mean, the students are great. It's especially after this last week, it's just, there's no place I'd rather be. It's a great place to be.
The Millard West Robotics team has recently been named #1 in the world. Dev Mehta and Nathan Thomas bring you more details.
The Millard West Men in Black 5 robotics team competes in the VEX Create US Open tournament, where they can use anything to build their bots. In their season finale, they made it all the way to the top of the world.
It was unbelievable. We didn't think we actually were #1 in the world, or felt like #1 in the world, until the day after. We didn't know how to feel because there were teams from China and Great Britain and Australia there. So to be above them was a wonderful feeling until we got knocked down later on. But it was nice to be #1 for at least 24 hours.
The group of 6 seniors have been working hard all season to get to this point, during a class and outside of school.
Well, for the first half of the year, we had like a class when we worked on it, and we would work on it for about an hour and a half, and then some of us would stay after school some of the time. And after winter break, it was just kind of, if you could come in after school, it would be great. If you couldn't, then try to come in like during a break or something like that. If you had an open block, we'd work on it. and we were really trying to get like the programming and the ball to shoot properly. For the longest time, the majority of it wanted to work pretty well, but there were a few trouble areas that we were working with.
Right now it was all maintenance, having to make sure all the gears worked, all the axles weren't broken. With our bot being as heavy as it is, it breaks a lot of axles just when it's moving around. It's pretty stressful sometimes. As the competition's going on, you want everything to go right, and when something goes wrong, you kind of go into a panic mode.
The bot is designed to play a game called Turning Point. Claus gives us a walkthrough on what that is.
What we do is we go around, pick up balls, fire at flags. We go around, we also flip the discs over. And by the end of it, we have to get all the flags to our color. And another thing, a part of the competition, we don't have it currently, but we did at one point in time, was a buddy bot, and you would grab it, and then you would make your way up to the top of this platform here, and it would give you double points when you got to the top, and it was kind of like a King of the Hill style.
Although the season has ended, the team has really enjoyed their time together throughout this year, working hard and competing together. This has been Dev Mehta and Nate Thomas on the MWHS Wildcat News.
For the third year in a row, the Millard West girls varsity soccer team participated in the annual Kicks for a Cure event. Brianna Trotter and I bring you to the action. Last Saturday, April 13th, the girls varsity soccer team battled the Westside Warriors. This game, however, was not just a regular season soccer game. Saturday's game was the annual Kicks for a Cure game. For the past 3 years, the Millard West girls varsity soccer team has participated in this event.
One of our players' moms knew the organizer of it. And it wasn't the first year, it was one of the first years, and they were looking for some additional teams to get involved, because initially it was like Scott, West Side, of course, Marion, and they were looking for somebody else, and we did it. And I think we took a year or two off, and then they asked us again. And then the last, 3 or 4 years, we've played in it consistently because we do a good job raising money.
Raising money to fight cancer is the primary goal for Kicks for a Cure. Proceeds from the teams in Saturday's games go directly to the Liz's Legacy Fund for local cancer research. Collectively, the Millard West girls soccer team raised $3,669 through their fundraising efforts.
We had a couple different fundraisers. We sold cookie dough, and we also had a barbecue fundraiser this past weekend.
The team had personalized jerseys made specifically for the game. On the back were the names of people close to the players who they were dedicating their game to.
I like playing in the Kicks for a Cure game because it's for a good cause, and it's nice to represent the names that we have on the back of our jerseys and to play for people that have cancer.
Saturday's game was played at Morrison Stadium, the location of the state tournament. The Wildcats were able to claim a 1-0 victory over the Warriors after a late first-half goal by senior Megan Kenny.
Playing at Morrison Stadium is cool because you get a glimpse of what it's going to be like to play at state. Although we didn't play our best game, we know that we played for a good cause.
Up to this point in their season, the team has maintained an undefeated record and will face the Millard North Mustangs for the second time this year on Saturday at 11 a.m. This has been Madeline Augustine and Brianna Tretter with the MWHS Wildcat News.
Kirsten Watkins and Jasmine Hermosillo Padilla explore the work lives of several Millard West students that work at Tommy's Car Wash.
On this edition of Keeping Up with the Cats, we will go into the work lives of 2 team members at Tommy's Express Car Wash, seniors Nick Anderson and Skylar Hoffner. Located on 132nd and F Street, Tommy's opened in October of last year. Tommy's Car Wash is owned by senior triplets Nick, Gabe, and Blakely Anderson's family.
I've been working at Tommy's since November of 2018.
I'm a team member, that's my title. I do anything from working the cashier window to watching the tunnel, to loading cars on, to talking to the guests to make sure their experience is what they wanted it to be.
As customers arrive, they begin the car wash process by stopping at the cashier window where they talk to team members and discuss their car wash needs. After paying for their desired car wash, customers drive around to the entrance in order to go through the different stages of getting their car cleaned. The car will first get a rainbow coat applied to the exterior, followed by a cleanse and a wax. After this, the car will proceed to move forward and finish off with a drying. Tommy's Car Wash is just one of the many places that Millard West students have decided to find a job at in Omaha.
The best part about working at Tommy's Express, since it's kind of a family business, I have a passion of working with my family, so it's really fun to do that. Not only that, there's a really great team here, so working with them really makes it fun.
Tommy's is a good place to work because you get a lot of like real life experience. Like you can work as like a cashier, learn about cars, learn how to clean. Like you get like a lot of experience in one job.
This has been Kirsten Watkins and Jasmine Hermosillo with the MWHS Wildcat News.
That's it for this week, Wildcats. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at MWHS Catalyst.
And for more stories, check out our website at millardwestcatalyst.com. See you next time, Wildcats.